Hello fellow aviators, VREF Simmer here. Welcome to leg 21 of the world tour between the Canyonlands Airport and Moab, Utah. We'll be flying to the east to Telluride, Colorado today. And weather is a little bit cooler, and also there's some snow in the area. We'll be flying through some icing conditions, so we'll be flying the TBM930 today, since it is certified to fly through some of these conditions that we'll be subject to. So without further ado, let me go ahead and pull up the checklist, and we'll get this aircraft fired up and ready to roll. So first thing, with the inside inspections, make sure we have all the external lights off, which they are. Interior lights are also off. Get the crash lever down, which it is. Starter to off. Ignition on auto. Auxiliary boost pump is off. Fuel selector is now on manual. Autopilot trims are off. De-ice system all off. Inertial separators off. And also we have the parking brakes set to on. Landing gear lever is down and bleeds are set to off. Throttle's at cutoff. Actually it's not, so let me move it over there, and it takes a few moves. There we go. Throttle at cutoff, and fuel selector is on the left tank. Alright, before starting engine check, we'll move the crash lever to the up position, and battery or GPU on. We'll get it to battery.
TOS system test okay.
And generator set to main. De-ice system lights, we'll get those tested. Here, let me press the little button down here. Alright, very good. Landing gear lights, need to check down and check the lights. They're all good. Fuel on board, we should be at, hold up, let me hit that. Yep, we should be at 75%, which we're showing there, so fuel on board is good. Alright, and engine start check. We are not going, ITT is below 150C, which we can see there. So we don't need to use that start procedure. So ignition set to auto, auxiliary boost pump, turn on. Propeller area, let's make sure everything's clear outside. We have guys there, but we're making a turnout to the right for our departure off runway 21 today. Alright, propeller area is clear. Starter on for 2 seconds and then off. So 1, 2, and then off. Alright, throttle set to low and NG's at 13%, which it is. And ITT, a max of 870 for 20 seconds. 30% before 30. Yep, we're good there. And oil pressure. Temp check. Automatic starter to off. NG's at 50%, which it is. Turn this off. And after engine start, throttle to low flight idle, which it is. Oil pressure, temperature checked, they're good. Auxiliary boost pump to auto. Fuel select to auto. Let's see here, where are we? Fuel select shift button, test. Alright. Autopilot trims to on. There we go. Generator. Turn that to main, which it is. Lead auto. There we go. And before taxi, we'll get the inertial separator on. Check the flight controls. Let me back us up here just a bit. We'll go ahead and do that. Alright, everything looks good there. Flaps are set to up. And throttle wants us to feather twice. So I'll try to do that. Alright, there we go. And we'll get the taxi lights on here in just a second. And we'll go ahead and turn the nav lights on now with the park and brake off. So let's make sure, I'm going to need to brief everything before we get going here. Go ahead and turn on the pitot heat and the stall heater there. Inertial separator is on. And it looks like, I'm not sure that the weather actually loaded up like we wanted it to, so let me try to load this again and see if it'll work. Because I believe it's supposed to be overcast at 7,000 here and 10 miles visibility, and it's showing clear for some reason. So I'm not sure what's going on. But we'll, there we go. That's what it's supposed to be showing. So like I was saying at the beginning, we do have icing conditions today. So before we get going, I'm going to go ahead and brief up what we're doing today. So right now we are at the Canyonlands Airport. So I'll show you the charts there. And you can see here, we're up in the northwest corner of the field. We're going to be taking off runway 21. So it'll be a right-hand turnout. We'll take Alpha 2 to the runway, 7,360 feet. And there is a departure procedure. I have this note here that's in the way. But basically, what it says when you're departing off runway 21 is you'll have a climbing right turn to 6,700 on the Moab 298 radial outbound. So let me get that all set up here. I'm just going to take a second here to get the... So for the MFD, got all that set up. PFD, got all that set up. I have source on nav1 at first, and for navcom, let me get this yoke out of the way so I can see what I'm putting in here. Alright, for nav, let's see, I need to find the nav frequency. So for the Moab VOR, it is going to be, see here, I need to find it on my chart here. Good idea to get all this set up before you start rolling around, because once you're moving, once you're in the air, you don't want to be fumbling around with all of this stuff. Alright, so the map VOR is 109.8. So let me get that in here, 109.80. So we'll enter that, and I'll go ahead and transfer that if I can. I don't want to do that. I'm pretty new to this TBM. I've flown it maybe one time before, so you'll have to bear with me here. Okay, so 109.8 is there in the conference. Okay, cool. It should be showing in nav 1. Yep, Moab 109.8. So like we said, we're looking for, I'm going to take this chart down so y'all can see a little bit better here. Alright, so we're looking for the Alpha Romeo 201 climb right turn to 6,700 on the Moab 298 radial. So let's get that course set to 298. which for some reason it's not letting me set the CDI more than it's just 10-degree increments. So we'll put 300. That's as close as we can get. So outbound on the 298 radial, and then a climbing right turn to 10,000. So I'm going to set, at least start at 10,000. We'll see what air traffic control gives us after departure. But let me get 10,000 in here. Okay, there's 10,000. And we continue climb and hold at the Moab VOR northwest, left turns, 118 inbound before proceeding on course. So it's basically, we'll be set up for that after departure. And our runway heading is 200. I'm going to go ahead and set that in the heading bug before we get going here. So 200 is set. And let's tune in and listen to the weather really quickly. 118.525. I think we might be able to pick it up here. So I'll switch to Navcom, and it's 118.525. And let's transfer. See if it'll let us pick it up at all. No, I don't think it will. Let's try it in COM 1. 118.525.
Kilo Charlie, November Yankee, automated weather observation to 200 Zulu. Wind 269er at 12. Visibility 9er. Sky condition clear. Temperature -8 C dew point. 13 C altimeter 3000.
All right, 3000.
November Yankee, automated weather observation to 2.
And common traffic advisory frequency, Unicom here is 122.8, so I'll get that set in here. And let's transfer to that. And then we're going to be talking to Denver Center on 134.5 to get our clearance through PilotEdge. So I'll have that standing by there. Okay, excellent. And I already have altitude reporting on. I'm just going to leave that for now. 300 needs to be set in the altimeter. And airport elevation is 4590, so that's pretty close. Looks good. I'll get the standby set to 3000 for the altimeter. Alright, for the rest of our route here, I'm going to go ahead and zoom this map out. We don't need it to be quite as far in here. So on the MFD, you can see where we're heading. We'll go to Parox, and then we go to blanking on the name of this VOR really quickly. It's Cones VOR, which should set us up for approach into Telluride. I'm going to pull up the Sky Vector browser here so you can see, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So yeah, we take off out of Canyonlands here. You can see it's VMC conditions here, but as we get down toward Telluride right now, weather's actually gone downhill. Winds 290 at 6, 2.5 miles, light snow, scattered 1100, broken at 1900, and we're gonna plan to shoot the localizer approach to runway 9 there in Telluride. If we can't land in Telluride, we'll probably head up to Montrose, just to the north there, which has pretty good weather. Or we can head right back to Canyonlands and try again another day. But that's the plan for now. Have plenty of fuel on board. So without further ado, we'll go ahead and get started. Like I said, it's a really quick taxi to the right there. So here we go. Get my feet on the pedals, and we'll get the park and brake off. Canyonlands traffic, TBM32421, taxiing from the general aviation ramp to runway 21. Any traffic in the area, please advise. Canyonlands. Alright, trying to get this to roll again. Sometimes it doesn't really want to cooperate. Alright, so we'll pull it up here to the end of the runway, and we'll do our pre-flight checks, and we'll call up Denver Center and get our clearance. There's runway 21, and we'll stop it right here. Set the parking brake, and parking brake's on.
Okay.
That's exactly what we want. We'll turn off our taxi light here. Alright, let's do our checklist. Did everything before taxi, before line up. Parking brake's on. We'll get the landing lights on here in just a second, and the nav lights are already on. Strobe lights on when we're taking off. Ignition is already set to auto. Auxiliary boost pump is on auto. Fuel select on auto. And whoops, let's see here. This checklist gets kind of out of set. De-ice system as required. We'll get the we'll go ahead and turn the windshield on now. We'll get prop de-ice, airframe de-ice as needed as we climb. Pitot left, pitot right, and stall heater are on. Inert separator on, and trims. Let's get that set to takeoff. Should have the indicators right there. Looks good. And I'm just going to leave the rudders where they are. And also we need to set the flaps now for takeoff, which there they are. They're set now. Bleed auto, and altimeters are set and checked across the board on 3000. Altitude select is at 10,000, which is our initial altitude we need to get to, and we'll set our squawk code here in just a minute with air traffic control. We'll go ahead and give them a call. Denver Center 134.5. So let's go ahead and swap that over here. 134.500. Here we go.
380 cross Philly, add and maintain 2000, Spokane altimeter 3004.
Cross Philly, add maintain 2000, Walker 380.
Number 2458 Tango Bozeman Tower, enter right downwind, runway 12.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Denver Center, TBM 32421, ready to depart. Runway 21, Canyonlands, like to pick up IFR clearance to Telluride.
November 32421, Denver Center. From the Charlie November Yankee Airport to the Telluride Airport as filed. Maintain flight level 210. Departure frequency is 120.47. Squawk 2104. Hold for release.
TBM 32421 cleared to the Tango Echo X-Ray Airport as filed. Climb flight level 210. Departure 120.47. Squawk 2104. Hold for release. We're ready for departure.
32421, read back correct. The time now is 0500. Clearance defender 15010, release for departure.
32421 is released, and clearance and contact you by 0510.
Open Center, good evening. Citation 420, Hotel
Okay.
Bravo with you at 14,000 feet.
So we'll get our
420 Hotel Bravo,
squawk
Open Center,
code
Lamar
set
altimeter
to
3024.
0. Thanks for the altimeter 3024,
That is
Hotel Bravo.
now set. Departure is going to be on 120.47. I'm going to go ahead and switch to this. 120.470. Okay, it's in. And I'm not sure what frequency that is, but we'll definitely be trying that out. And we can go all the way up to flight level 210. So I'm going to go ahead and set that in. We'll just keep the climb going. 15.1 is the minimum off-route altitude in this area, so we'll just keep on climbing. I think we're just going to climb at maximum rate, and I think we're all set here. So we're on 122.8, ready to call everyone. Let's do our takeoff check here. We'll brief it. So prop RPM, we'll make sure it's in the green sector. Release the brakes. Torque at 100%. And at rotate speed, we'll pitch up to 10, which it's going to be around, I think it's around 100 knots. Brakes, landing gear up, positive rate. And we need to get the flaps up when we're above 115 knots. So that's our plan. And like I said, briefing on this takeoff. Climbing right turn 6,700 on the 298 radial outbound. So that's what, once we get to 6,700, we can turn right 10,000 direct Moab. Alright, I don't see anyone on final. We'll go ahead and get everything on here. And we will begin our fun adventure. Here we go. Canyonlands traffic, TBM930 departing runway 21. We're departing the pattern to the west. Canyonlands. Runway 21 was on the sign. Looks like we have that right crosswind. Alright, runway 21's verified. Here we go. And we're looking for 100% torque. Alright, and all set. And rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Right hand turn, intercept that 298 radial. Flaps up. Yeah, I'm gonna switch.
Until established on the localizer, cleared ILS runway 17 approach.
Denver Center TBM32421 off Canyonlands 6,300 climbing flight level 210 following the runway 21 ODP.
32421 Denver Center ident.
Well, let's see, I gotta do ident. There we go.
32421 radar contact 3 miles west of Moab. Climb and maintain flight level 210. The Canyonland altimeter is 3001.
Climb maintain flight level 2103001, TBM930.
November 420 Hotel Bravo, contact Fresno approach on 119.6.
Fresno approach on 119.60, Hotel
I'll go ahead
Bravo.
and get
Number
the
130 Foxtrot, you can descend VFR at your discretion and just advise me when you have the running airport and site information. Sierra is current, the altimeter is 3022. I think you can plan straight in for runway 34.
I think we're going to be up above 10,000 by the time we get there to the runway, or back to the Moab VOR.
Number 420 Hotel Bravo, Fresno approach, roger. Descend and maintain 4,000.
I'm just going to try to intercept this radial again. Only about 6.
Number 4 Tango, roger. Taxi via Alpha to the ramp, remain this frequency.
And once we, alright, there we go.
Number 420 Hotel Bravo, cross frame at or above 2,000, cleared straight in, RNAV runway
Alright, we
30
can
approach.
proceed on course now. So I'm going to switch to FMS. And we'll follow our course. ODP is complete. Landing lights off, above 10,000 feet.
Number 651 Charlie, turn left heading 350, vectors visual approach, runway 34.
And let's go ahead and get
again
our,
for a 651 Charlie.
651 Charlie, turn left heading 350, vectors for the visual approach, runway 34.
Left heading 350 and we're going down to 8,000 now, 651 Charlie.
November 36 Juliet Charlie, contact Olympia Tower 124.4.
Get our flight director on. Nav mode. There we go.
Alpha Center, King Air 130 Foxtrot starting his VFR descent.
30 Foxtrot, roger. Number 36 Juliet Charlie, Olympia Tower, runway 17, clear to land, wind calm. Walker 306, contact Los Angeles Center 124.62.
2462, Walker 306, bye-bye.
Let's go and do our climb checks, after takeoff checks. So landing gear is checked up, flaps are checked up. Torque is below 100%.
Southwest 51 Charlie, descend and maintain 3,000.
DI system is
3,000,
on,
51
inertial
Charlie.
separator's on. And I just need to trim this just a little bit better. Alright, climb check. Altitude select is checked to flight level 210, which is
Challenger 52 Echo, contact Los Angeles Center on 124.62. Have a good night.
0 will be 2992 through flight level
2462, Challenger 3452 Echo.
And we'll get the autopilot on here when we get to RVS, or, well, we'll probably turn the autopilot on approaching cruise altitude. And fuel gauges, they're checked, we're balanced. DI system is as required, inert SEP as required, and landing lights are now off. Climb check complete. Do the cruise check once we're up there. Now you can see we picked up a little bit of ice on the climb out. I saw the boots. So definitely wouldn't have been able to fly the Cessna 172 today. And for some reason it looks like the flight director is just not really keeping us directly on our course.
Oakland Center, King Air 130 Foxtrot has the airfield in flight, looking for the visual 16.
We're 130 Foxtrot, contact Reading Tower on 119.8.
1980, 130 Foxtrot.
there's 2992. 35180. There we go. And we'll turn on the autopilot, yaw damper. Let's see how it does here. Climate flight level 210. Okay, so now it's
130 Foxtrot reading tower on the left downwind runway 16.
interesting. See, we caught quite a bit of ice. Alright, hopefully this will capture here. I'm gonna be ready to disconnect the autopilot if needed. I'm not sure it's gonna capture the altitude. Okay, let's see. Nope. And I'm going to...
November 36 Juliet Charlie, safe parking.
You always have to be ready.
Juliet Charlie, roger. Taxi via Foxtrot and Echo to the ramp, cross runway 26, remain on this frequency.
I think in pitch mode it was not going to capture the altitudes.
November 32421, contact Denver Center, 118.57.
11857, remember 32421. Alright, so 1857. Denver Center, TBM 32421, fly level 210.
TBM 32421, Denver Center, roger. Douglas 51 Charlie, turn 5 degrees left, advise you have the airport in sight, 12 o'clock and 20 miles.
5 degrees left and we'll advise Douglas 51 Charlie.
Alright, so we'll do our cruise check now. So altimeters are set at 2992 across the boards, cross-checked. Autopilot's checked, we're in nav mode, FMS. Altitude captured at flight level 210.
30 Foxtrot, wind calm, runway 16, grid line.
Fuel gauges are checked. De-ice system is on for now. NERTSEP is on for now, and landing lights.
Remember 32421, when able, advise you have the weather for Telluride Airport, say approach west.
Wilco, TBM 32421. All right, let's go ahead and get the weather for Telluride. So right now, well, I'm going to pull it up on Sky Vector. Okay, so right now in at Telluride, I'm going to write this down on my scratch pad so I just have it to reference. Showing winds 290 at 7 knots, 5 miles, light snow, scattered at 900, broken at 2,100, overcast at 6,000, -7 for the temperature, and dew points -8. Altimeter is 29er. Okay, so let's get that off. So I think so the ceiling there is at 2,100. Oh no. Let's see if I can. Yeah, we're gonna do the
Douglas 51 Charlie, turn 5 degrees right.
5 degrees right, 51 Charlie, we're looking.
Denver Center, TBM32421. We have the weather at Telluride. Request the localizer runway 9er approach.
TBM 32421, roger, cross cones at or above 12,000, cleared localizer runway 9er approach.
Cross cones at or above 12,000, cleared localizer runway 9er approach. TBM 32421. Okay, so...
Douglas 51 Charlie, build inside.
For 51 Charlie, cleared visual approach runway 34, contact Reading Tower 119.8.
Cones at or
visual approach runway
above
34 over the tower 119.8.
12,000, so I'll go ahead and set
Douglas
that in.
51 Charlie.
So there's 12,000, and excuse me, so 12 set.
Number 651 Charlie, Reading Tower, roger, continue.
I'll brief up the approach really quickly. Pull up Navigraph charts, transition over here so we can see. Alright, localizer to runway 9, Telluride Regional, 24th July 2011-1.
420 Hotel Bravo, there's no traffic observed between you and your destination.
Localizer
Port cancellation
1093.
around bar, misapproach in the air on this
Go ahead and
frequency.
get that set.
On the ground on 122.2, change to
Yeah,
advisory
nav
frequency
1.
approved.
It's nav 1. It's 109.30, and I'm going to transfer that. There we go. Back home. Alright, localizer 1093.
51 Charlie, opposite
So
direction.
093 course
runway
inbound.
34. Wind is calm, cleared land.
Actually, we're going to need to go to cone 0R and track the 108. So let me put 110.2 in the active. So that's why you got to brief these things beforehand. Let me go back here. We need to go to navcom. And 110.2.
Walker 380, contact Spokane approach 123.75.
I'm going to transfer that right now.
12375, Walker 380.
And to go from 21 to 12, that's 9 miles. 9 times 3 is 27 miles. So we'll start going down in about 5 miles.
Walker 380, roger, cross Hilly at or above 900,000, cleared on runway 26 approach.
Okay, so back to our briefing here. 110.2 set for cones, and then 109.3 standing by for the localizer. 093 course inbound at Zabgu 11,500. I'll try to have this configured in landing configuration. We should be 11,500. MDA is 11,340. Elevation is 9,070 feet. Touchdown zone is 9,837. Missed approach. Climb to 11,800. Then climbing right turn to 13.5. Inbound on the cones. 104 radial to cones and holds. DME is required. Circling not authorized at night. VGSI and descent angles not coinciding. The VGSI angle is 3.5 degrees. Cold temperature altitude correction required at or below -18 C.
King Air 30 Foxtrot, taxi via Alpha to the ramp from this frequency.
Pilot controlled lighting on 123.0. So I'll put 123.0 in the side. We'll be looking for descent at about 700 feet per minute. Breakout rails, PAPI on the left side, and after we land at Telluride, it'll be a take this off.
51 Charlie, affirmative, traffic no factor.
Be a left-hand turn off at the end of the runway. And that's it. So we'll begin our descent now. TBM421 vacating flyable 210.
TBM421, roger.
And our ground speed right now is 300 knots, so we need to go down at about 1,500 feet per minute. So I'll go ahead and get that going here. And we're only 24 miles out. So once we cross the Cones VOR, it's a 108 track outbound. I'm going to go ahead and set that in our heading bug just so we have it ready to roll. And honestly, I'm not sure about setting up this MFD yet with the approach. I can maybe try to set it in there really quickly, but yeah, procedure, approach at the airport of yeah, I'm just gonna leave it alone. We're just gonna fly it manually. I don't want to screw everything up.
Douglas 51 Charlie, say parking.
We're going to set our altimeters at 2999.
Douglas 51 Charlie, roger. Taxi via Delta. And Bravo to the ramp, cross runway 12, remain on this frequency.
Yeah, let's do our before descent checks. Altimeter settings checked, fuel gauges are checked. De-ice system, I have them on right now.
420 to Bravo, drive by cancellation received. Have a good night, sir.
MSFS is on. Approach check, altimeter settings set check, fuel gauges are checked, de-ice system is on, inert SEP on, and landing lights. I'm going to go ahead and turn them on now so we don't forget. Approach check complete. Let's see, I'm going to switch us to heading mode. I'm going to switch to VOR1. We're going to be following the 108 course outbound. And back to there, I have it ready to go. So put this back on nav. And then we have to we follow the 108 until we get to 1093. And standing by on COM 2, I need to have Telluride Regional Unicom on 123.0. So there's a lot going on here. It's a busy approach, as you can see. We're 9 miles out from Cone now. I'm gonna keep slowing us down. So we need to have 123.0 standing by. There. And I'm going to have the navcom, audios and radios ready to roll here. We're swapping this over when needed. And we're going to be riding these cloud tops, which is prime icing. Coming up on 5 nautical miles. Have windshield heats on, have everything on. Okay, good. It's going to get icy. That I can guarantee you. Here it goes.
Sky 2112 Shuttle Center.
guess we just lost internet connection. That's nice. Alright, we'll follow this 108 outbound to 12. It's 5.1 DME from cones. So there it goes. Wow, we just lost the VOR. Let's get over that way. Alright. And just lost my charts because my internet went out. Alright, I'm gonna I'm just waiting on my charts to come back. So 5 DME from not getting my, let's switch over to the we'll go ahead and switch this here. .093. There we go. Okay. I have the runway in sight. Let's see if I can reconnect to Denver Center, TBM930. We have the airport in sight. I'd like to cancel IFR.
TBM930, Roger, IFR cancellation is received. Air service terminated. Squawk and maintain VFR. Have a good night, sir.
Squawk VFR and frequency change approved. 324 good night. Alright. Runway's in sight. I'm just gonna fly us normally here. And we'll swap over to pattern altitude is going to be at 10,500, so I'm going to get that set in here. So what we'll be shooting for here in a bit. And I'll set our switch us over to common traffic advisory frequency, which is 123.0. Telluride regional traffic, TBM 32421 is 10 miles to the west, inbound to land runway 9er. Any traffic in the area, please advise Telluride regional. You can see this is just a beautiful area out here. Look at all these mountains. So yeah, this is a fun, we didn't get to see as much scenery on this leg of the world tour, but it was definitely still a challenge. Alright, there we are. We're on the glide path now, so it should be about 700 feet per minute or so is what we're looking for. I'm going to go ahead and get our landing gear down. Yeah, let's do our we'll have our short final check here in just a bit. And I need to squawk VFR. That's the other thing I need to do here. VFR, answer. Okay. Get landing flaps in. And we're configured for landing now. I'm just going to maintain about 90 knots for approach here. We have a little bit of a tailwind, but we have plenty of runway, so I think we'll be just fine. I know we'll be just fine. Telluride traffic, TBM930, 5-mile final runway 9er. Any traffic in the area, please advise. Telluride Regional. Okay, let me just make sure I got my feet secured on the rudder pedals here. Alright. We'll just need to be aware of the optical illusions from landing on this, coming in over this cliff face here. So, got a pretty good gust of wind there. And we're just a little bit high, 1 dot high on the glide path. Some pretty good wind off the mountains here. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave the de-icing equipment on until we land. Not gonna mess with any configuration here, especially with ice on the aircraft. Still just a little bit high. Correcting. There we go. Little gusty winds, that's for sure. Alright. Just gonna roll it out because we have a ways to go to get to the end here. You can see that windsock over there rocking at the end of the runway. Yeah, the winds were definitely shifting on short final. Alright. And left hand turn off just up ahead, coming up on the brakes. Alright. There we go. What a beautiful area. Alright. Here's the terminal. And we'll have to cool the engine at 2 minutes at flight idle here in just a bit, so get us up over this hump. Telluride Regional traffic, TBM32421, clear of the active. Telluride Regional. And we get our oops, there's an aircraft. Go. I didn't even see him coming. It's pretty abrupt. Alright. Not talking on the radio, that's for sure. I guess this is our marshaller right over here. I'm not sure where they want us to park. I'm just going to pull us up between this, right just to the right of this TBM here. Okay. I'll get the parking brake set. Parking brake is set. And let's do our checklist here. Alright, runway clear, taxi lights, they're now off, nav lights are off, strobe lights are off. TI system is off, and trims. Let's get that reset to take off. It is. Flaps up. Shutdown check, parking brake set, exterior lights are all off. Interior lights are off, fuel selector, we'll set that back to manual. Here, it's just easier if I reset the camera for us. There we go, to manual. Autopilot trims, we'll set to off. Bleeds off. Throttle, flight idle for 2 minutes, and we still have about a minute left on that. And then we'll go to low idle. Let's see what's going on with that guy taking off out here. He's already out of here. You can see it's just a beautiful evening here in Telluride. Just little snow showers coming in off the mountains. Alright, there's our 2 minutes. Throttle low idle for 15 seconds. I can get it to, whoa, no, flaps up. There, low idle, 15 seconds. And cut off. Inert separator off. Auxiliary boost pump off. And generator off. Source, if inert sep is off. And crash lever down. Alright. Well, thank you for riding along on this leg 21 of the World Tour. What a beautiful flight in here, and you can see it. We just had beautiful sights here at the sun setting in Telluride, Colorado. Next flight we'll be continuing through the Rocky Mountains, so be sure to tune in for that. Until then, VRF Summer signing off. See you in the air again soon.